Imagine yourself lonely, sad, brain empty, no thoughts in sight. Your sleep schedule is due to playing Wizard 101 for 5 hours of saintly neat you are. And then, a light in the darkness. Your brownies are here! Hi, this is a very different format for me, so apologize for the entirety of this video. If you don't know me, my name is Dama, forgotten priest turned saint with a recent Wizard 101 addiction. And today, I'm reviewing Brownies. Why, you ask? Because these weren't cheap.
Well, just don't get them, Fivehead.
That's not the point. I want to test long-form videos and totally wasn't hungry on the search for more sweets. Now, a quick disclaimer, these are my personal thoughts on these brownies, combined with some humor, so this isn't an extremely total serious video. I'm not taking this too seriously, so my opinions aren't to dissuade anyone from ordering from this company or getting their products. So I better not see someone going, "Breaking news! Stinky Vtuber roast bakery causing stocks to drop to 0. Mainly because this is an experiment with video formats and a
test of your reflexes
for editing. So, with that out of the way, let's get right into the review. Brownies in question are from Bake Me a Wish, which is a pretty cute name for a company. I found the company after one of their products was listed on Throne, so I wanted to see what else they had. And that's how we got here. The ones I ordered are the Jumbo Brownie favorites with 6 different types, 2 brownies per flavor, totaling 12 pieces. They came in a box, individually wrapped with a little card for the company's socials and how to serve. It states that refrigerated gifts should be stored airtight and last up to 5 days in the fridge, and 2 months if frozen. For other gifts, they should be stored airtight for up to 5 days. This is where I had some conflict. Do I need to put these in the fridge? Do I need to freeze them after a certain amount of days? Are they fine in the box? When the brownies arrived, there wasn't a cooling pack or anything to keep them cool. They were just in the box as is. They're sealed at the very least, but since these are just for me, I'm worried that these will go bad. As much as I love sweets, I'm not finishing these under 5 days. Especially since they're half the size of both of my phones and half the size of my home Switch. The last brownies I got came from Amazon, and they were also individually wrapped inside a tin. They lasted a long time, at least until I ate them all. But regardless, they lasted longer than 5 days. With a size like these, stop. I'd only eat 1 a day for 12 days, hypothetically. That's 7 days over the 5 days for consumption. This might be a debuff on my end because I bought these just for me, but holy only 5 days? I could freeze them, but I don't think I've ever met someone that freezes desserts besides frozen treats. Besides the conflict of freshness and consumption, the real question remains. Do they taste good? So let's put that to the test. I will test each flavor in some categories I made. The categories are, is it yummy? Does it smell good? Do I get the zoomies from it? Which is basically, how do I feel eating and how do I feel after eating them? And the last one being, would I eat this again? When all flavors have been rated, the final question is left. Are these brownies worth the price? I sure hope they are. The flavors I have are Iced Lemon Blondie, Raspberry Crumb Bar, Velvet Ganache, Cheesecake, Tuxedo, and Brookie, which is a brownie cookie? Cookie brownie? They're mixed together. I don't know. We will start with the Raspberry Crumb. The Raspberry Crumb Bar smelled like grape jelly. to me. They were very hefty, like very, very heavy when like holding it in one hand. No, I don't have weak hands. I have strong hands. But they kind of just like, it's like a floppy pizza would be the best way to describe it. Kind of like a pizza that can't hold itself together. It was kind of sticky because it had this like jam or preservatives, jam, one of the two. It reminds me of a toaster strudel, which I love, by the way. I love toaster strudels. Now, they were very tasty, and I felt like they lifted my spirits. I was a little bit happier after I ate them. I would 100% eat again, just not the same one, as it feels a little too much when you first eat it. They are very, very big brownies. The second flavor I tried was the iced lemon blondie. It smelled like lemon cookies, which, if you don't know me, I hate lemon cookies. I hate them with a passion. If you don't know what lemon cookies are, the best way I can describe them is like they're soft cookies. They're soft, but every time I've had them, it always feels like they're undercooked. Like the middle is raw. It has the very same flavor, like no matter what bakery you go to, where you get the cookies, they always taste the same, and I hate it. I hate the chewy texture of it, specifically it feeling raw, like it wasn't cooked enough. So yeah, lemon cookies are definitely not my favorite, and neither was this brownie. It held together pretty well. It tasted exactly like a lemon cookie, and I was very reluctant to finish them at all because, again, I dislike lemon flavor greatly. I don't mind like lemons themselves. I don't mind lemonade, but it's just the flavor of lemon cookies is very distinct, and I always have a negative feeling when eating anything close to the flavor. But I was reluctant to finish it, so I would not eat it again. I had to take a break after eating a little over half. Ate the other half later in the day. The third flavor I tried was cheesecake. It smelled very chocolatey, which was a good sign, I think. I am a chocolate lover. I love milk chocolate, and I also like cheesecake. So these should be pretty good. When I got it out of the packaging, it was oddly moist. I started feeling a bit confused whether it was an actual cheesecake or if it was still like a brownie, because I don't know why, but it just felt oddly moist. And I know people will be very upset at the word, but that it was wet. Like the bottom, the brownie, I guess, was wet. So I wasn't sure if it was an actual cheesecake or if it was still a brownie, but either way, I noted that as something important to talk about. It held together pretty well. It was very heavy when you hold it, like it wasn't like crumbling apart or anything. It held itself together pretty good. There was no crumbling. It was soft, very soft. It tasted okay. It was like a creamy cheesecake. I would eat it. I would eat it again, just not the same day, because I don't know. To me, cheesecakes always feel like you should only have like one slice and that's it. Like, don't go back for seconds, because cheesecake more often than not is very like heavy on the palate, if that makes any sense. The fourth brownie I tried was the tuxedo brownie. It smelled a bit like dark chocolate, which already is not my favorite. My apologies to any dark chocolate lovers. It was kind of heavy, like a brick. Kind of felt like a brick in my hand. It would snap apart when bitten. It felt like too much due to all the chocolate chips. Like, I should probably look back at the ingredients if I can get a picture of that. There was like different types of chocolate chips. There was white chocolate, perhaps dark chocolate. If it wasn't dark chocolate, it was milk but not sweetened, or maybe unsweetened chocolate. But there was something on it that tastes very bitter. Very, very bitter. I would eat it again, just not right away. It would probably go better with milk, which I usually don't eat sweets with milk, nor am I really a milk drinker since I am lactose intolerant. The second brownie from the tuxedo, I microwaved it for 30 seconds, and after microwaving it, it became worse. There was way too much going on. Because, you know, initially I thought that having all that chocolate melt and having a more warm brownie would maybe enhance the experience of the brownie. But in fact, it made it worse. There was way too much going on. Like, whatever chocolate, whether it was dark chocolate or unsweetened chocolate, it became bitter. And no, someone's gonna be like,
Dama, it sounds like you burnt it.
it wasn't burnt. I promise you it was not burnt. I didn't burn it. It just became more bitter. So I don't know what happened there. But after I microwaved it, I could only eat half of it because of all the melted chocolate. Because there's at least two or maybe three types of chocolate on there, and it became way too much for me. So I could only eat half, and I was actually feeling like nauseous. I felt nauseous after eating half. I definitely was not getting the zoomies from that. I actually felt the opposite. I felt like I need to go to sleep because I wasn't feeling well. But yeah, the other half I had to eat the next day, and it hurt my stomach. To the fifth flavor I had is the velvet ganache brownie. It smelled like chocolate, which is a good thing because I love chocolate. It was very, very, very heavy. It kind of looked like a chocolate bar was placed on top of the brownie. When I looked at the pictures of it on the website, I was like, oh my goodness, this must be the best thing to ever happen. And then I tasted it. I feel like it would be better if it was microwaved. My first tastings of all of these are cold, like room temperature cold. Some of these I did not have microwaved. I had the tuxedo microwaved, but at the time of recording, I have not, microwaved the ones that I think would probably be better microwaved. So perhaps maybe on stream I will mention if I microwave something. There was lots of chocolate chunks that kinda also tasted like that same dark chocolate that I mentioned in the tuxedo brownie. Again, I'm not sure if this is like very unsweetened chocolate or if I just think that it's dark chocolate or if it is dark chocolate, but it just didn't taste that great. And I was really sad, because I was actually pretty excited for this one, and it kind of let me down. It would probably be a plus to those who don't want to taste like overly sweet desserts. I feel like that would be a plus to those who don't like tasting all that sugar, all that sweetness. But to me, I like tasting the sweetness. If I think something should be sweet, I hope it is. If it doesn't taste sweet, I am kind of sad. Oh my god, there's something in my eye. Hold on. Literally recording this at 5 a.m. There's something in my eye. I don't know what it is. Is it out? Are we good? I don't know. It's gonna be bothering me all day. The last and final brownie I had was the Brookie, which is the brownie cookie. Cookie brownie? whatever it is. It smelled very good and it tasted amazing. I loved it so much. It was nice and chewy. I mean, I personally maybe am a little biased because I love chocolate chip cookies. There's nothing wrong with plain chocolate chip cookies, especially when they're soft. Only when they are soft. I don't understand people who can eat hard cookies all the time. I personally like cookies to be soft. There's something in my eye and I can't get it out. Anyway, chocolate chip and brownie mix go perfectly together. There was that right amount of chocolate. It would definitely be better if it was warm. I cannot wait for the day that I microwave it and maybe even put a scoop of ice cream with it, because I hope to the divine light above that it will ascend me to the astral plane and I will be in absolute bliss. But after eating, I absolutely felt great. I was very happy that day. And that concludes my notes of all the brownies. So, what's the final verdict? Out of 6 flavors I had, I only enjoyed 2 of them the most. I felt disappointed by the other flavors,
excluding Ice Lemon Blondie,
because I despise anything that resembles lemon cookies. The lack of labeling for if refrigeration or freezing is required kind of soured my experience with these brownies. I did put the 2 flavors I like the most in the fridge because out of all of them, I want the raspberry and brookie to last the longest until I want to grab them. Because at the time of recording, I have not ate those yet because I kind of want to get rid of all the other flavors so I can enjoy the ones I like the most at the very end. Honestly, I don't think I can make myself finish the other lemon blondie, even with how much I hate wasting food, because I just can't get past my trauma of lemon cookies. Was my experience worth the $22 shipping that I could have bought tacos with? With all the pain and despair in my heart and stomach, the answer is a resounding no. These brownies aren't life-changing treats that will save your failing marriage or make you not want to purchase any other type of brownie again and only stick to these types. To me, they're just okay. Now, as I said in the disclaimer, this doesn't mean Bake Me a Wish doesn't have anything good or that you shouldn't get their products. This was my experience as the sole receiver of these brownies. If some of these flavors grab your interest, then by all means go support them. I think they're still a good company. I just didn't like some of these flavors. You'll most likely want another person to give some of these to if you don't like certain flavors, or if you just can't finish them all. Because again, I only bought these for me, and that was probably not the greatest idea, but if I didn't get these for myself, then we wouldn't have this video. If they had the option of getting a box of just 1 or 2 of the flavors, I'd be a happier customer. My final ranking will be a tier list of these flavors. At number 1, we have Raspberry Crumb Bar. Number 2 is the Brookie. Number 3 will be the Cheesecake. Number 4 will be the Velvet Ganache. Number 5 is the Tuxedo. And dead last, number 6, is the Ice Lemon Blondie. What are your thoughts on these flavors? Would you get these brownies yourself? I hope my little review gave a little insight from a VTuber's taste buds, or at the very least, gave you a little chuckle today. I'm bad at shilling my own socials, but if you liked anything I said, feel free to give a like and comment, or follow me on my VTubing journey, with all my socials linked below. I think I want to have videos like these every now and then on something kinda IRL related, because I want to expand the type of content I do. So this is a little step into the kiddie pool to see what kind of stuff is out there? With all that said and done, we can now conclude my yap session on Brownies. Thank you all so much for watching, if you watched to the end, and I will see you all another day in the cathedral. Goodbye, everyone!